Just one by one, these horrific details are emerging from most chilling murder that national capital Delhi or India has seen in the past few years. Aftab, as we were told earlier, first kept some of the body parts of this young woman Shraddha in the refrigerator so it does not smell foul. But we're now being told because the small fridge was not enough, some of the body parts were allegedly kept in the cupboard as well. Furthermore, he used sulfuric acid to wash the floor so that any DNA sample can be removed. He threw away the blood-stained clothes in a garbage van. This is just getting more bizarre and horrific day by day. We're talking about a young man who projected himself on social media as a women's rights activist, as an LGBT queer community supporting activist. He was progressive enough to have a live-in partner but was also abusive, which was not known to many. This young woman leaves her family to live with him. The friends know that he's an abusive partner. She continues to live, and then on one day, in a fit of rage, he's killed her, chopped her to pieces because she now wanted to marry him. He did not want to marry her. She perhaps, as we are being told, likely pushed for it, and these body parts he kept not only in the refrigerator. When the space got not enough for that, there was even a cupboard that was chosen. It's absolutely shocking and numbs one person to even talk about it. And of course, these are gruesome details, but it is also some time to also mention it, to help people realize the sort of relationships that are being made by these young men and women in our country. The deranged mind that experts are still investigating, a man who's not even 30 years old indulging in this. I want to go back now to Shreya Chatterjee, who's been talking to senior police officials, because, you know, while we can talk about the investigation, we can talk about the relationship, Shreya, we also talk about precisely the strategy that happened after. In a fit of rage, a murder happens. A crime of passion, as many may call it sometimes in other cases. But then the strategy that followed with body parts being stuffed, that clearly showed that the man just wanted to get away and did succeeded for 6 months.
Well, absolutely. So, Pooja, you know, this was a planned murder. This was a planned murder because he very strategically pieced how he could hide away from getting caught. First and foremost, he killed Shraddha, then he chopped Shraddha's body parts into 35 pieces over the course of 2 days, and he took a time of around a month to dispose of the body. Now, he ensured that within that time frame, no one gets to know that Shraddha is incommunicado. That's the reason he was active using Shraddha's social media, which is Instagram, was in touch with the friends. It was till 9th of June that the account was active. Post that, we do know that Shraddha wasn't in communication with the friends, which led to them feeling suspicious. Then they tipped off the father, and obviously the complaint happened thereafter. Now, what is very clear is that this man knew that he needs a time frame of 30 days to actually dispose of the body. It was during midnight at 2 a.m. that he used to leave the residence at the Chhatarpur Pahari area, go to the forest ridge area where he was throwing off the body pieces. Followed by that, what we do right now understand that he ensured that everything is disposed. He cleaned the fridge, he used formaldehyde to clean off the fridge, and while the body parts were inside, what is shocking, Pooja, that there were other women that he also brought as date. That is something which is shocking, proves the kind of criminal mind of Aftab. He stayed calm. And where I'm right now, remember, this is the same place where Aftab is right now. If you can see the lockup gates from this very spot, this is where Aftab is right now in the police custody at Mehrauli police station. The police is manning Aftab right now. There is a constable on duty 24/7. They're also monitoring him via CCTV. Shortly he will be taken from here for the recreation of the crime scene.
Do tell us, because if I'm correct, as I was reading what the investigators have been saying, that he does have a smart and a sharp mind. He was constantly changing his statements. He was very bold. He was trying to be on the offensive as if he's not done anything. Eventually, the investigators caught on. But what was his strategy through the time since he was arrested, which clearly he was not expecting, till the time he raged on? Because he was using social media handles of this girl. The friends did not suspect really that he could be the murderer. How did he manage to succeed not only in disposing of the body parts, Shreya, but in also evading investigators, friends, family?
Well, absolutely. See, he obviously had a very watertight plan. What he definitely and very clearly did was understand that Shraddha wouldn't go in touch with the father, because obviously there was a fallout between the father because Shraddha continued to stay in the relationship with Aftab. So he used that loophole. So he knew that he has a time to dispose of any evidence that could lead back to the crime that he committed of murdering Shraddha. There were only few friends that probably Shraddha was in touch with. He constantly, as I was mentioning, stayed in touch with the same friends or through the Instagram account. But when the Delhi police caught up with Aftab, because, you know, he was obviously giving different statements which was not corroborating, Delhi police constantly interrogated him. But what we know from our sources inside Delhi police, that it was only after seeing his father that Aftab broke down. And thereby he obviously unraveled how he committed this crime. However, it would be very difficult for Delhi police right now to make a watertight case which stands in court. They will have to retrieve the weapons that were used.
And I will just say here, Shreya, that we hope that the case proceeds fast. That unlike other cases, it does not drag on for many, many years, that the conviction takes place just in time. And perhaps, you know, it is also a reminder to girls to be very cautious and careful when they opt to choose a partner. Shreya, please keep tracking all the latest in this investigation. She's got us that visual on his screen. Viewers, take a look. His morning in the lockup in Delhi jail. He managed to evade it for 6 months. The investigators have caught on, but there will have to be a trail of evidence that the investigators need to put into the court for that conviction also to come through, and that also will not be easy because he appears to be very bold in trying to counter even the cops. Shreya Chatterjee with the latest on this big story.